What's going on, people? Moto Steve coming to you live from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. That's right, I'm a Canadian moto vlogger. How you guys doing? I am out on the Buell, the CR1125, better known as Kelly the redheaded stepchild. Yes, I named her Kelly. All the redheads that I know that are Kelly are crazy, and she's a crazy bike. How you guys doing tonight? Now, for a lot of people, they don't know, Harley Davidson was in with Eric Buell for a number of years and built these motorcycles. I think the last year of production was 2014, but for 10 years, Eric Buell couldn't use the Buell name because Harley Davidson had rights for it. Well, come 2024, he announced that in 2025 he's releasing a new line of Buell motorcycles. They look absolutely beautiful. They are maniac machines and not for the new beginner riding. This is for people that have ridden and know horsepower. These bikes are absolutely, even their cruisers are showing insane numbers. They even came out with an electric bike, which is pretty cool, and it's super cheap. So by super cheap, I mean a lot cheaper than the other bikes that have been going around. But here's my question to my Harley riders. Now, Harley has been a staple since day one. They're the guys. And I have talked to a lot of Harley guys, and they are pissed that they are taking a lot of their manufacturing and putting it over into Asia and everything, into those countries. Harley is a American-made, American-born motorcycle, and that's how they became the company that they are. And that was tradition with the Americans. Now, with the Canadians, I'm not so sure that they're as pissed as the Americans are, but Americans are very patriotic, having a hard time speaking today, and they are pissed that Harley Davidson is doing that. It's not the Harley Davidson that they grew up on. Now, here's the thing. I heard, I don't know if this is true, that Harley Davidson is in a little bit of trouble. They're not pulling the numbers that they used to pull. Is that because of this? Now, here's my question to you. You have people that have grown up knowing the Harley Davidson name, and the people that are buying Harley Davidsons, their grandparents had Harleys, their dads had Harleys, their uncles, their aunts, they had Harley Davidsons, so they grew up and they said, one day I'm going to get a Harley Davidson. Now it comes to the point where you have these people that are ready to start riding, and they're finding out that their Harley Davidsons aren't like their grandparents had or their parents had, and it's not all American made. It's being manufactured elsewhere, and they don't like that, and they're seeing the numbers drop, and people aren't buying Harley Davidsons because they're not American made. Now, they can go and buy a Japanese bike or a whatever, Kawasaki, Honda, cruiser, but they're still loyal to Harley Davidson, but they're losing that loyalty because the bike is no longer being 100% built in the United States. And for that, I think the whole deal of taking jobs away from Americans is putting a bad taste in people's mouths. And I'm thinking, the whole thing is tradition, and they're going away from that. And they're like, oh, it doesn't matter where it's being manufactured or built, it's still a Harley Davidson. And I have to say no, because, I am a Canadian moto vlogger, and I have a lot of Harley friends. We live right across from Detroit, and I'm over there all the time. And I have a lot of friends that have Harleys, and this is how they feel. Like, they're like, if they don't change something, I'm not going to buy Harley anymore. And that's where I think we're running into our situation right now, is this is hurting the company, and it's proved by that, by the numbers and the sales of bikes and everything. Now, go buy an older Harley? Yeah, you know that bike was built and made in the United States, but the newer Harleys, no. And when you see the packaging on the products, it will say, you know, made in Taiwan, and that is pissing Harley Davidson guys off, and girls, because girls ride too, baby. There's a lot of girls that ride Harleys. So yeah, it's pissing the community off. And I'm wondering, do you feel the same way? Are you pissed off that Harley Davidson is taking the cheaper route and making Americans lose their jobs because the manufacturing is going elsewhere? That's my question to you. I love Harley Davidson. I would love to get an older Harley. Will I? I don't know. I have my crotch rocket right now, my Buell, which was made by Eric Buell through Harley Davidson, and I love her. But just a question for you guys. But anyways, thanks for coming out and watching Moto Steve. Thanks for all the new subscribers. I'm at 391. I'm 109 away from 500, and that is a huge goal. 1,000 is going to be super crazy. I've been at this now for 7 years, and I love it. I'm not going to stop. But yeah, I'm hoping, if you're watching this video, and you're not a subscriber, just hit the subscribe button, hit the like, leave a comment down below. I try to reply to everyone. And my last video, 2 videos ago, it got on the YouTube recommended, and I have 2,000 views in 2 weeks, and I usually get between 30 and 60 views on my channel, so I was like, oh yeah! And tons of people have been replying to me, and I've answered every single person. So anyways, it comes to the time in the video where I say, you're you, I'm me, I love you guys, I'm Moto Steve, and I am out.